It's IBC 2022 and we're on the Matrox stand in Hall 7 and I'm joined by Dan. Hello Dan.
How are you doing today?
Very good. Now we're talking remote workflows today and they've really flourished. Remy productions and live productions have really flourished in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
How are Matrox supporting these workflows?
So before the pandemic, of course, hit, we did identify remote production as an interesting place where Matrox could contribute significantly to the technology landscape. Our encoding technology, high quality 422 10-bit encoding with very low latency encode-decode was an ideal complement for remote production workflows. So introduced probably 4 years ago, maybe at this very trade show, the Edge encoder, then a year later the Edge decoder, allowed us to, these are purpose-built encoder products, allowing users to not only send multiple channels of synchronized video tuned from encoders, but also had additional features like tally and talkback, allowing remote operators to communicate back and forth with their in-studio counterparts. So that's been, it's just increased in importance after the pandemic hit. We followed up these two multi-channel encoders with a new version that's a bi-directional single in, single out. What we were seeing is a lot of contributors in the field. They're just one camera contributors sending content back to the studio, but they need to also see the return feed, the program feed of what was going out. So having a purpose-built, once again, tally and talkback, single contributor device like the Edge S1 allowed for, again, in-studio production, even hosts to interact with remote reporters. Now, of course, the cloud itself is a big part of remote production. So how to get the content from the site back in the studio reliably, and we're here at the show, we're showcasing a partnership with Global M, a Swiss-based company that has a cloud-based SRT routing and orchestration software. Our encoders use the SRT protocol, which is great for robust and error handling of the streams when they're going over the internet. And once you hit the Global M cloud, they can take that content, route it to wherever the studio might be, and then from there, once produced, you could re-encode that program content and allow Global M to send that produced content to the rights holders. And they have all of that through a dashboard that includes all the monitoring and bells and whistles we require from a centralized dashboard, making sure all the receivers, the senders and receivers, are acting the way they should. So it's quite a lot, but that's where we went, how we're really talking about remote production. There is one other aspect to remote production that we call remote operation. Encode happens, this is contribution feeds come back in the studio, but again, with the pandemic, we thought, coming into the studio could be a problem to just manipulate and do the work on your vision mixers or various other production equipment. So having your operators also remote from studio became, and be able to do the work on the equipment they know became important. And the Matrox XTO3 KVM solution allows for high quality, high precision, low latency work of using the studio interfaces that customers or clients and broadcasters are used to using on their 4K monitors. They can get all the outputs of their vision mixers right onto their home computers or their home office computers with their consoles and be able to interact with that heavy metal, heavy iron systems back in studio. So really from both ends, remote operation as well as remote production, remote contribution is being handled with the Matrox technology.
Yeah. So Matrox have got the full workflow covered really?
Well, right now with either ourselves and with partners, we've got it end to end.
Fantastic. So we're at IBC now, we're at Hall 7. Yes. Where can people find out more information about all of your solutions if they're not here at the show?
Oh, well, Matrox.com certainly has some information on that front, so that's the easiest way, Matrox.com/video.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dan. We're doing a couple of other videos on the Matrox stand here at IBC, so do check those out on our channel. And for everything else we're doing at IBC, check out kitplus.com.